Next, we talk about properties. Number 2, properties of absolute value. And there are 3 properties here, and you can find this in my notes. Here I give a summary of these 3 properties. Absolute value of A times B is equal to absolute value of A multiplied by absolute value of B. You're splitting it. For any real numbers, AB. For the second property, absolute value of a quotient A divided by B is equal to absolute value of A divided by absolute value of B for any real numbers A and B. And when you take the absolute value of a negative number, it's always equal to absolute value of the opposite number, okay? Because these 2 numbers are opposites inside, okay? Negative A, positive A. When you take the absolute value, they're equal for any real number 8. And here is the example. Simplify the absolute value 26x, leaving as little as possible inside absolute value signs. Now, I would like you to take note, work on this problem with me. So, take out your note and work out this problem with me. So we start with 26x. Okay, using which property? A, B, C. Which one? This is multiplication of a constant and a variable, right? So which one is that? Part A, right? A times B. So I will use this property A right here. So I'm going to absolute value of 26 times absolute value of x. Okay? Now, if you remember the definition of the absolute value we just covered earlier, if 26 is positive, or if 26 is greater than or equal to 0, then the absolute value of 26 is equal to 26. Okay? And then absolute value of x is absolute value of x, because we don't know what x is. We don't know if x is positive or negative or equal to 0. Because we don't know, we leave it as absolute value of x. Okay? And we found this number, 26, from the definition in part 1 that I covered earlier. Okay? Just review that definition for absolute value. If you have a question for how to simplify absolute value of 26 to this one. I have another example. So same question, so I'll let you copy this problem. So same question, different absolute value. For this case, it's going to be negative 20x squared, okay? So we need to simplify this absolute value. Now, because this is multiplication, right, between a constant and a variable, we'll use this first property right here. So we have negative 20 times x squared. Okay. Now, refer back to the definitions of the absolute value. This will equal to, because the inside negative 20, right, is negative. When you simplify, it will equal to negative of this number, negative 20. Okay? And for this, now, x raised to the second power. That means whatever x equal to, when it's raised to the second power, always guaranteed it will be a positive number. Okay, so if it's positive, means the x squared is positive, right? Using the definition of the absolute value, it was just equal to x squared. Okay, that means we drop the absolute values. Simplify further, we have negative times negative is 20 times x squared. Okay, so this is the answer. Now, by the way, this part right here, absolute value of -20, you can use this property right here, okay, to simplify it in case you want to use a different way. You can, I'll just simplify this -20, okay? Using this property, it'll say that this will equal to +20, okay? And again, using the definitions of the absolute value we talked earlier, if the inside is positive, right, then it's equal to 20. That's why this 20 right here is same as this 20 right here. So I have one more example. Same question, different problem. So we simplify, actually I have two more problems. So we simplify y divided by 3, okay? Simplify this absolute value, y divided by 3, leaving as little as possible inside absolute values side. So right here, let's start with this. Now, when you see this, right, which property you're going to use? First one, multiplication. Second one, divisions. Or the third one? Which one? The second one, right? Division. So, using this property, it's going to be absolute value of y on top, divided by absolute value of 3 at the bottom. Okay? Simplify further. Now, absolute value of y is absolute value of y. The reason is that we don't know what y is. We don't know if it's positive, equal to 0, or negative. We don't know. So you leave it as absolute value of y. Absolute value of 3 is 3, right? Because 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Using definition of the absolute value of 3 is 3. So this is the answer for simplifying this absolute value. And I have one more example. Same question, different problem. Let me simplify absolute value of -9y squared divided by 3y. Okay? Simplify this absolute value. Rewriting the problem right here. No surprise, right? I'm going to use this property right here, division. So, top is -9y squared, dividing bottom 3y, okay? Now you need to simplify further because if you still can't, okay? So, let's see. If you simplify top right, which property you're going to use? Multiplication, the first property, right? So if you're using the first property, you will split the constant and the variable. Okay. And similarly, for denominator, you're using the first property, right? Multiplication, you will split the constant term and the variable term. Okay. Simplify further. So continue, okay? We have, make sure you have equal signs so I know your transition. for each step. Simplify, we have, now, this -9, if you're using the definition, because the inside is negative, right? Then the absolute value of a negative number is negative of that number, which is -9. Okay. And what is absolute value of y squared? Anything raised to the second power, or even power, guaranteed is a positive number. If it's a positive number, you don't need the absolute value, so you know it. So you can simplify it to y squared. So I just draw the absolute value for y squared. Okay. Inside the absolute value is 3, right? So 3 is positive by the definition of absolute value. Absolute value of 3 is 3 times. Now, what is the absolute value of y? This y is raised to the first power, right? Not even power. That means it could be positive, it could be negative. We don't know what it is, so we're leaving as absolute value of y. Okay? Now, simplify further. We have negative times -9 is positive 9, y squared. 3 absolute value of y. Now, you still can simplify it, right? Because 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you have 3y squared divided by absolute value of y. Okay? Now, you actually still can simplify this problem further, because this y is just y to the first power, right? If you simplify this, you would get 3 times absolute value of y, right? Because this y is to the first power, so y squared divided by y to the first power is y. But because, again, it's raised to the first power, right? That means y could be negative or positive. We don't know. That's why you need to have the absolute value around the y. So this is the answer. Now, this is one way to solve this problem. I just want to show you because you may try this way, but if I work on this one, I probably would approach it differently. So let me show you the alternate way. Okay. If I start with this inequality, okay, now before I splitting the absolute value, okay, I look at the inside of the absolute value. I want to see that if I can simplify anything inside here first before I splitting it. So 9 and 3 can be divided each other, right? So 9 divided by 3 is what? -3. Not only that, y squared divided by y is what? Y. Okay? Do you see how much simpler this inequality, how much simpler this absolute value compared to the original absolute value? Now, continue. Now, I will use the first property because multiplication, right? Using this property, I will split the constant, coefficient, and the variable. Simplify further. Absolute value of -3 is negative of the number, okay, using the definitions of the absolute value. Absolute value y is y. Simplify further, you get 3 times absolute value of y. Do you see that the answer are the same? But how many steps is that you use to get this answer? If you use the first way, start with splitting, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. For this one, you just need 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So I urge you, when you solve an inequality, look at the inside, see that if you can simplify and make the inside of the absolute value look easier or simpler to deal with. Okay, so up to now, I'm finished. I just finished the property of absolute value.